One of the main things I want to get better at drawing this year is people. We look at other people and ourselves all day, every day. So you would think it wouldn't be too difficult to transfer what we see onto paper. But it turns out that maybe it's one of the hardest things to do. I actually don't think I'm terrible at drawing people, but I would love to get faster, more accurate, and more adventurous with my posing, and also more comfortable with my style. So this year I'm going to take it all the way back, all the way back to the beginning. It's back to basics, everybody. When I draw faces, I typically follow three methods: the Loomis method, the mask method, and the box method. These three methods promise me that I'll be able to draw faces at any angle, but the results have been inconclusive. The books I have found the most useful for drawing heads have been Drawing the Head and Hands by Andrew Loomis himself and Figure Drawing, Design and Invention by Michael Hampton. When I first got back into drawing a few years ago, the YouTube videos and YouTubers I found most helpful were these two videos on the Loomis method, where I first learned about the Loomis method actually by brushes and bunnies, and this one of drawing faces by Bobo and Denova. There are also a bunch of shorts, all listed below, that I found useful in my art practice. So my very basics, bare to bones understanding of the Loomis method is this. The head is made up of an ellipsis, aka a funny shaped circle, with the sides cut off, and a trapezoid shape. To find the proportions of the face, you want to cut it in half, both horizontally and vertically. The horizontal line is going to be your eye line. And then if you trim off the top, you're going to have your hairline, and trim off the bottom, and there's your nose. These two sections are the top two thirds of the face. Then you measure out another third, and there's your chin line. You connect all these together, and voila, there is a human face facing front. Now, the most important part here is the middle cross. The middle cross becomes very important once we start moving the head around. At the three-quarter angle, you can now see where you slice the ellipsis, and the middle cross signifies the direction of the nose and the eyes. And then, ideally, every other facial feature will follow that. This is where the mask method comes in. If you're struggling as I do with angling the face up, down, inclined, etc., you can put a flat mask over your 3D shapes, and this should help. So you imagine a flat sheet of paper that you wrap around the face and then visualize what that will look like curved around the facial features in all the different angles. I think the idea behind this is that we visualize better in the flat plane than in the 3D, so this can sometimes be a help. The other method that I have found useful is the box method. We also visualize better in boxes than in rounded shapes, which is why Draw a Box is such a useful teaching tool, and also why you'll often see artists using boxy shapes in their sketches. When I'm struggling with angles sometimes, I draw a box and fit in my sphere and my trapezoid within it. Ultimately, the most important thing is going to be reps. I'm personally going to start implementing this as part of my warm-up routine before I start working on a piece or filling in details of a piece I've been working on. It will help prepare my mind and hands for the job of translating images either from real life or my imagination onto paper. And I know that as a self-taught artist, something I have a distinct lack of is enough reps of the basics. Sometimes you have to go backwards to move forwards. Check out the resources in the description box for more detailed explanations of all these methods, and make time this week to put some reps in. In the meantime, you can check out my first attempt at the 100 heads challenge, where I first experienced the payoff of doing many, many reps of the same thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be alerted when we take a look at the planes of the face and the Asaro head next. Goodbye.